Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will speak at a joint meeting of Congress this afternoon, and new abortion restrictions in Iowa are set to go into effect next week. Good morning, I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaks to a joint meeting of Congress this afternoon amid the ongoing war in Gaza. As NPR's Greg Myrie reports from Tel Aviv, the Israeli leader can expect strong support from Republicans and sharp criticism from many Democrats.
The Israeli leader comes under daily criticism at home and in much of the world for his handling of the war against Hamas in Gaza. One of the few places he can find strong backing is among Republicans in the U.S. Congress. However, a growing number of congressional Democrats say they are boycotting the speech. The most prominent Democrat who won't attend is Vice President Kamala Harris. The vice president traditionally sits behind a foreign leader who's addressing Congress, but Harris has cited a scheduling conflict. Netanyahu is planning to meet separately with Harris, President Biden, and Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump later this week. Greg Myrie, NPR News, Tel Aviv.
President Biden will address the nation from the Oval Office tonight. He's expected to discuss why he ended his bid for re-election, and he's likely to talk about how he plans to complete his presidency. Biden returned to the White House yesterday after recovering from COVID at his Delaware home. Former President Donald Trump will be in North Carolina today for a rally. It's his first campaign event since Biden ended his re-election bid, and Vice President Harris secured enough delegates to become the likely Democratic presidential nominee. NPR's Franco Ordonez has more.
The former president is expected to use the rally to turn his attention to his likely next opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris. On a call yesterday with reporters, former President Trump sought to paint Harris and President Biden's record as one.
She's the same as Biden, but much more radical. She's a radical left person, and this country doesn't want a radical left person to destroy it.
While not the official nominee yet, Harris appears to have built enough support among Democratic delegates to become her party's nominee against Trump. Trump carried North Carolina in his two previous campaigns, but the margin was so small in 2020 that Democrats see an opportunity to flip the state. Franco Ordonez, NPR News.
A state judge in Iowa has ruled a law that bans abortion as early as 6 weeks of pregnancy will go into effect next week. Iowa Public Radio's Natalie Krebs reports.
A Polk County judge has ruled to dissolve the law's temporary injunction starting at 8 a.m. next Monday. This follows an Iowa Supreme Court ruling last month that found the law could go into effect. The law bans abortion when cardiac activity is detected, which can be as early as 6 weeks of pregnancy. Planned Parenthood, which operates 4 clinics in Iowa, has estimated the law will block the vast majority of abortions in the state. For NPR News, I'm Natalie Krebs in Des Moines.
This is NPR.